Hey, seventh grade, welcome back. We are continuing our fan fiction unit today with session two, writing inside your story. So it's really going to be focusing on your understanding of the character and trying to really get inside their perspective. So, our last session, you chose a book, movie, or TV show that you wanted to focus on, and then a genre of fan fiction that you wanted to create. So, today, you are going to think about the main character of your chosen story. If you are doing something like Bob's Burgers and you want to write from Gene's perspective, you would say Gene Belcher. And then you brainstorm some general traits or adjectives or things that you know, like details about that character that you think should be portrayed in your short story or your writing. Okay. And you might want to think about like, well, how are they portrayed? Why do you know that? And then you free write from your character's point of view. So this could be kind of a first or second or third scene from what you will end up creating. This could be a brain dump about your character and trying to get into their perspective or see things from their point of view. And I would say that you should write for about 10 minutes, which would be a couple paragraphs. And then step four is that you are looking at the author's craft chart right here, and then going back and adding in some of these techniques that you think are important or could be really helpful in your final product. So after you're like, okay, I free wrote all about my character from their perspective, maybe I need to add in some dialogue because I didn't really include any dialogue. You would go back up to step three and add in sections of dialogue. And then you would write dialogue right here. If you think that you need to add in more description of the setting, you would write that in and then go back up and add that in. Okay? Just to give you some examples of this, here's my session two example. So again, I'm writing from Gail Hawthorne's point of view from the Hunger Games. My general traits or adjectives, I kind of wrote about why just to help me think deeply. I said that he's really loyal and devoted. He takes care of Katniss's family while she's gone, but also won't run away with her the day of the reaping to kind of provide for his family. He feels devoted. He feels responsible for them. So he refuses to kind of put his own free will and choice. He puts that on the back burner. So I could add that he's selfless. I might do that too. For the same reason that he really cares and provides for those that he loves. He's a risk taker. We've seen that throughout the series, but if I'm really thinking about the Hunger Games, I'm trying to think about what I know about Gale in that sense. And he put 42 slips into the reaping. So that means that he has a very high chance of going into the Hunger Games. I would say that's a big risk. He also sneaks out and breaks the law to go hunting so that he can provide for his family. We know that he's a skilled hunter. That's how he provides food and finds extra food for Katniss's family as well as his own. He has a temper, right? There's a lot of examples in the Hunger Game where he's talking about how unjust and corrupt the Capitol is and how Panem is really unfair. And it's all comments that are filled with anger. And I think that I would even say that he has a short fuse. I would say he's strong and again, selfless. So my free writing, I started with a brain dump of just trying to get into Gail's perspective. So I started with the reaping, kind of some inner thinking. I added in the famous line of Katniss for dialogue, so I could build off of like Gail's reaction and what he does in that scene, but from his perspective. I still think I need to go back and add on, but I wanted to just show you my thinking at first, and then I figured, okay, I want to flash forward during the games, right? So what is Gail's perspective? What is he feeling during the games? I want to obviously add on when he sees Peeta and Katniss kiss. I want to kind of flesh that out a little bit more. And then I realized I have no description of District 12. So I want to add that in today while I'm kind of free writing. So then my step four was that I did have to add in some flash forwards. Of jumping to the games, like when he's watching Katniss, I'll be flash forwarding quite a bit. So that's one of the techniques that I'm adding in. I do want to add in more inner thinking, and I will probably be doing some revealing actions. I want to add like his anger. I think that I need to show an action of him being angry, especially when he sees Peeta and Katniss kiss, because it's not something that he would openly talk about, right? It's something that the readers would see and, and have to make that connection rather than him saying, I'm angry, right? I would say his anger, maybe jealousy. I'll add that. Jealousy over Peeta. And then I would want to go back and add description. So I'm not done at all, but I wanted to show you where I'm starting and what I have to add. So right now I'm on step 4 where I have to go back in and add this to my writing. So your job today is to do the same thing. And if you don't have the book with you, or you want to kind of just focus on a character, it doesn't hurt to Google things about that character. Like I wasn't really sure about Gale's last name, so I literally Googled Gale from the Hunger Games, and I found out it was Hawthorne. It also reminded me that he had 3 siblings, so it kind of adds in a little bit more. It's helpful to do some research of your own if you need to do that. Okay. So again, your job today, focusing on that character, writing from their perspective, and then going back and adding in some craft techniques to this rewrite. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.